Hi, this is the 1000 Scenes Project. I'm Morgan, and improviser number 801 of 1000 is Rich Baker. Hey, Rich.
How's it going?
Going well. Thank you so much for doing this.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Our randomly generated suggestion is iron. I-R-O-N. Iron.
These shirts are so wrinkly, sir.
I do apologize, Jeffrey. I had quite a night last night.
Sounds like you had some fun.
I did. I stayed out quite past my bedtime. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. What were you saying?
I'm sorry. I'm just so lonely here in the dungeon ironing. I was just wondering what it's like outside.
Oh, forgive me, Jeffrey. I do forget sometimes that you are relegated to staying in the dungeon. That's horrible of me to talk about what a fun time I had outside the walls of the palace, and here you are in the dungeon doing menial tasks.
No. I like it. It's the only way I feel alive is to hear about your stories. I live vicariously.
Oh, so in a way, the more exceptional the story of my life I tell you, the better off you are.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, sometimes when I'm here by myself, I pretend to be you, and I think about the wonderful adventures you're having out there in the world.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, I did feel a bit guilty, but now I feel like I should go out there and be as carefree as possible just to make things better for you, Jeffrey.
Oh, yes, sir. You should live. Live for those of us who can't live. For those of us stuck here being alone.
Oh, so lonely are you. Jeffrey, you'll never believe what happened to me last night. So I got in the carriage. I got in the carriage. I had every intention of going to Lord Haversham's manor, but we took a wrong turn, and next thing you know, I end up at this beautiful gilded palace out by the edge of the swamp there, and there was this magical feast going on. And there were floating dishes of sumptuous food and beautiful women, and one thing led to another, and I drank and woke up at sunrise surrounded by lovely unclothed women and foods of all descriptions and gold pieces that we were just throwing around like confetti. And then, of course, I had to get back here because we have the tea today with Duchess Beauchamp. But Jeffrey? Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I thought by telling you that it would be a helpful thing for you. You said you liked it when I.
Joy, sir. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You had women with no clothes, and maybe, sir, if I might be so bold, if the next time you could snag the clothes of one of the ladies and maybe take them back here so I could iron them, I could feel a little more connected.
Jeffrey, are you asking me to take the clothing?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. That's none of my. I didn't mean to call you a thief. That's not all right.
Well, I wouldn't be made a thief, Jeffrey, and I'm sorry. I mean, there is a certain order to things, and I'm glad that you can get vicarious fun through me telling you about things, but I certainly cannot let you have direct physical interaction with a garment worn by a fine lady.
No, of course not, sir. That was too bold of me, and I apologize. Please don't break out the whip.
Well, I mean, I will need to give you the customary whipping after you're done with the shirt, but that's just the way. I mean, but I will not give you any additional lashings, Jeffrey.
Of course, sir, of course. I understand. I went past what I should have, and oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
Jeffrey,
here's some of your shirts.
This is uncomfortable for me. You're not physically touching my shirts when you iron them, are you?
Oh, no, sir. I wear gloves. You see, gloves.
Okay, well, make sure that keeps up, Jeffrey.
Yes, and I wash the gloves 3 times before I touch your garments and 3 times afterwards.
Very good, Jeffrey. Blackout. Thank you very much, Rich.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Is there anything I can plug for you in the description of the video?
Yeah, please. I've got a 2-man troupe called Rollin' and Riches, and we do the festival circuit and perform around Los Angeles. And I have a podcast that I call Lost and Confounded, where I talk about science with another comedian.
Fantastic. Well, I'll put links to both of those in the video description. Thanks again for doing that. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.